Namaste Swamiji. Swami, generally they say women is the light of the home, but actually when it comes to decision making or the control of the house is generally in the hands of men. How do you explain this, Swami?
See, decision making power is an universal. Even men can have or women can have. Many families I could see that women decisions are successful for the families. Let us not make a generic statement that women are praised and they are not practically brought into the picture or anything. That's wrong. Even Taittiriya Upanishad that declares to create a progeny, Mata Purva Rupam, Pita Uttara Rupam, Praja Sandhihi. Mother is the frontliner and the backyard will be the father like. He's a nimitta matram, nimitta karana. So the most efficient thing to run the entire family structure is a female. She is an architect, she is an engineer, not only light, she is the beacon of the entire family.
Swami, but in these modern times, women are expected to go out and work equal with men, but the cultural responsibilities of women are still the same. Women take more responsibility of the home front. Isn't it double loaded on women's shoulders that they have to take care of both home front and they have to go outside and work?
When it comes to sharing aspect, the duties or anything, equally they share probably, but caring aspect that men cannot given that responsibility because caring alone can be done only by a female. That she alone can nurture the child properly than a male. So sharing aspect I don't differ, but when it comes to caring aspect, the female has to take the responsibility. Caring includes everything. Sharing is a duty, but caring is responsibility. If she needs to go out, then some more burden is there on her shoulder. So that burden, it has to be taken care by men too properly. If not, that will again break down. Therefore, men need to handle that. Men need to understand. I even can say one thing, that it is on the part of a woman to make a man to realize this burdensome job. Yeah.
Then what is the meaning about behind all these slogans that they want equal rights and they want 50% reservation in either in politics or in working front?
Yeah. What I could see is this is a meaningless discussion. What we want 50%. Who said 50%? They have 100%. See, Mrs. Indira Gandhi, no one could able to stop her. And now Jayalalitha, she is a chief minister. Who could stop that? So she could able to handle Karunanidhi well. And Mayawati, she could able to handle many of the UP state politicians. And Mamata Banerjee, she could able to handle leftists, Congress, BJP men, all. And Vasundhara Raje and Anandi Ben. Who can stop? It's not reservation to be, you cannot borrow reservation. You have to command that 100%. The entire skill, if a woman has, a female has, that no male can stop it. It's all examples that we have.
Swami, it reminds me of when you say Mamata Banerjee. It reminds me of a recent issue on Mahishasura and Mahishasura Madhini Durga Devi. What is that actually the concept of Durga? See
here, Mahishasura, and even one more thing, one more question we need to raise to the society, that they say Mahishasura is Dalit, Narakasura is a Dalit, Ravanasura is a Dalit. It's all wrong. Mahishasura is a Pakka Brahmin community because he hails from the lineage of Brahma. If at all you want to categorize them in a community system, he is definitely categorized under the community system of a Brahmin community. Narakasura is Adi Varaha Swami Narayana's son, so who is categorized under the community of a Brahmin system. And Ravana directly is the grandson of Brahma, and though they are born in the family of a Brahmin, though they are learned, but their learnings and teachings and everything, they are drained and they are wrongly utilized, and for they are just caught up for their raga and dvesha, their own wants and deeds and self-centeredness. Therefore, to eradicate Mahishasura, so the goddess has assumed a form called Mahishasura Mardini, Durga Ma. When it comes to a tolerance level, they can tolerate. Beyond that, so they play the role. So that's what we worship. That's how we worship Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Parvati, and Satyabhama, Sita, Draupadi. All of them are worshipable. So these demons, these people are mockeries, they're goons. And these people are brought into front line. They say, we worship Mahishasura. Why you worship Mahishasura? And they say he's a Dalit. It's a wrong thing. It's a wrong input that they are giving to the society. It's a wrong signal. All Dalits are Asuras? Do you mean to say? No. Dalits are a working force for the society. They can control the entire society. They can sustain the entire society with their contributions, with their might. They can bring the society into limelight. So these communities are categorized under Mahishasura, Ravanasura, and they are just defaming the Dalit community. This is wrong. Therefore, Durga Devi has to be worshipped and Sita are to be adorned. So all these people are to be worshipable.
But there is a controversy on this, like in Vedic times women were treated harshly, they were not allowed in certain activities. How far that is true? Because from what you are saying, it sounds like Satyabhama, Sita Devi, all these were like Pujaniya persons. But in Vedic times they say women were treated harshly. How do we understand this?
It is a wrong feeding to the society that a female, they are kept away from the Vedic systems and culture and everything, and they are just fenced.
Then why in some scriptures they say Manu, the ancient rishi, he says
definitely in Manu it is clearly written Nastri Swatantrya Marhati. So Stri means a female cannot enjoy the freedom. We cannot entertain freedom for a female. It's true, I admit that. You need to undergo the upper version of that. That is not, the one line is not a shloka, it's not complete. That is the last line of the shloka. The first line of that shloka is Balye Pita Rakshati, Yavvane Bharta Rakshati, Vardhakye Putro Rakshati, Nastri Swatantrya Marhati. So in childhood, the father takes care of the female baby and she becomes a woman and a grown up. That woman will be taken care by the husband. And if she ages and she grows old, that old woman need to be taken care by the son. So all these ages, all these different stages of a woman, each one will play their role to protect that, because one thing, she is the head of the family. If a woman is eradicated, the entire family is collapsed. If a woman moves out from her borders, then the family is collapsed. The entire family structure is based on the woman, only one woman. So men cannot handle the family, that is the secret. Men not only cannot handle the family, men cannot handle himself if a woman is not there. Even minus when a woman can handle herself as well as the entire family with single-handedly. So therefore such a great strength, such a great force need to be taken care. So that caring, that aspect is said by Manu. And one more thing, the women cannot be given that freedom. Why? Because the head of our nation is a prime minister. So president cannot enjoy the status of freedom. He cannot ask his driver to just stop the car somewhere roadside, and he can enter into dhaba and place some roti or anything. He cannot eat. The head of the nation need to be protected. That's the country's resource. Similarly, a family resource, the head of the family should be protected. So therefore protection need to be understood from that angle. From the protection angle, a female will be protected from these three quarters, from father, from husband, from son. So that's what the Manu said. And in the name of Manu Vada, these people talk something nonsense. What they talk, they don't know. In our culture, never the female are put down. They are really adorned, they are really worshipable, they are worshipped by our culture. That's why Yadevi Sarva Bhuteshu Matru Rupena Samstita. Namastasye, 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 Namo Namah. Female are ever worshipped. I am telling you, Mahabharata, Kuru Vamsha is totally eradicated, uprooted only because of the Shapa of Draupadi. The hurt of Draupadi, that is the result, that the Kuru Vamsha is totally uprooted. And Sita, she wept. The weeping of Sita in Lanka, the Ravanasura family is totally uprooted. But still some of them are there now who are worshipping Ramana and who really admire Duryodhana or Dusyasana. Some of them, their lineage is still some one or two, seeds are available now in the society, you can see. Who writes against Draupadi, who writes for Ravana, who writes for Mahishasura. All these seeds are there here and there. They are cropping up. I think one more Mahishasura Mardini will come and eradicate, and some more person, goddess will come in the form of a female only, that will be taught lesson.
Swami, one more question, Swami. As a person who practices rituals and who respects ritual practices, what is your opinion on, is it necessary for women to be away from regular work routine at the time of their menstrual cycle?
Yeah, this is a great question. This really, the role of a woman in a nature. She is a creator. Man is not a creator. Man is a supporter for creation. That's it. Man supports. The responsibility of creation is vested on women. She gives her body as a house, as a room for a child to reside for 9 months. And the baby is brought out at the time of delivery. And the food for the baby is also kept inside in the mother body. Therefore, what I could see, the anatomy that is created in this creation as a female anatomy, it's a special thing. It's specially designed, where this anatomy undergoes a 3 days or 4 days, this act of Ritukrama, what they call. So the periodical time. So at these 4 days of time, just like when a female, a woman delivers a baby, the pain, that amount of pain which no one can bear on this earth, that female, that carries inside, and she withstands that pain. So that every month in these 4 days of Ritukrama, so the pain, that the volume of pain that she undergoes, so you cannot explain it. Therefore, that 4 days, if you give proper rest for a woman, even those days they say, don't even try to lit the lamp for a god or don't do puja, nothing, because she is now giving the process, the cleaning the process of the body system, so that she can give birth to a child. She can create a good progeny for the society. Therefore, she is considered as a devata, and you don't need to go to some other god again in that process. Therefore, she is considered as a devata because that processing, the cleansing process is there happening inside. It's a huge volume of pain that no man can handle it. Along with that, if you ask her to do her regular routine work and duties, responsibilities, job and everything, that creates a unseen stress inside in the mind. Psychologically, the woman breaks down, and skills and what not inside in her will be also dried out, because she will undergo such a huge volume of pain. So our rishis, they had that foresight, and they have really brought out this sutra that these 4 days a woman should be kept away from regular routine duties, and she need to handle that pain properly. So being away from this. Nowadays in modern society, the hurt or anger or intolerance in the women system that we could see only because these 4 days, if they observe, you can see the women will have such a great strength inside. So this is a thing system that they said. Beyond that, it has got nothing to do with anything else.
So how do you, what is your comment on Women's Day celebrations, or a special day for women, International Women's Day?
See, there is no comment on that, but I could really feel that one thing, that one day is allotted for a woman, which I really feel bad. But though, okay, I really consider 365 days women are to be worshipped, women are to be taken care, women are to be protected, women are to be really, nourished properly in our culture. So I think Indian system is a great system where that woman is worshipped and taken care properly.
Thank you very much, Swami. Thank you.